Hi everyone, greetings from National Skills Network. Have you ever wondered the importance of assessments in recruitment? I'm sure most of you have either facilitated assessments or have taken assessments. And these days, when the world of work is changing so fast, assessments are playing a very important role. I'm not talking about just domain or technical assessments for recruitment, but employability related assessments. How do you know that this person has the right attitude? How do you know that this person is going to cope with the challenges of the changing world of work? So to answer some of these questions and also to look at what TCS Ion has been offering in this space, let's meet Harsh Nagpal, who's from the TCS Ion Vocational Division. Harsh, welcome to this talk, and we would like to know more about how you're making a difference in the area of assessments when it comes to recruiting the right talent in the shortest possible time with great levels of reliability, validity, and so on and so forth. So Harsh is here today with us to tell us more about National Qualifier Test. Let's get to know more about this test and how it's going to help corporates and students in many ways.
Thank you so much, Madhuri, for that introduction. I'm really glad to hear this. A very good morning to you and to everyone who will be watching this. Uh, Madhuri, I think employability skills is one of the perennial concern in today's era for every employer out there in the market. Lack of these employability skills might lead to disengagement of the person being hired or being considered for the role in a very short time span, which eventually leads to entire redo of the hiring process. This is the high time now that we must collectively address this assessment gap of employability skills, which ultimately leads to a standstill employee requirement on one hand and search for the right opportunity on the other. In today's scenario, assessments are mainly done predominantly on cognitive skills and academic skills, not on the diverse needs of industries and industries related subjects or areas. We all are cognizant of the fact that every organization would want their workforce to be competent in adapting to the changing world of work that demands foundational skills, the life skills that we talk about. These skills are imperative part of improving one's ability to work with others and can have a positive influence on advancing individuals' career. What TCS has identified a solution for addressing this employability gap by introducing TCS National Qualifier Test, which is essentially a gateway to every student's future. This test, it's a one-stop shop access to every single standardized and high quality benchmark assessments that are being done in the country to showcase the competency of the individuals to top recruiters, while at the same time enables plethora of job opportunities across all education streams.
Hmm. So, what are the challenges this test is actually addressing, Harsh, the NQT?
So, by and large, if you really see the fundamental challenge that TCS NQT is able to address is the employability related challenge from the job seekers point of view, and for the corporate's point of view, the challenge related to the hiring process. Today, corporates or recruiters, they run pillar to post in search of the right talent in the market, and at the end, what they get in return are some of those uncertified job seekers on with unverified credentials and limited expertise needed to fill up that job requirement. And of course, the talent acquisition team's effort today is getting more intensive and extremely time consuming, at the same time very, very costly. So either going to the campuses for hiring or doing their own assessment or partnership with test providers, they have no other means to evaluate aspirant employabilities. On the other hand, of the job seekers, the students who are mostly getting certified predominantly on the cognitive skills and looking for jobs based on that. Many study in colleges with insufficient or no campus placement. Some of them struggle to get jobs and rely heavily on the online job portals or the third party job portals for the same.
Hmm.
So if I have to summarize the sum and substance of the current status, assessments are mainly done on cognitive and academic skills, not on the diverse needs of industries and industry related subjects or areas.
Yeah.
Here, TCS National Qualifier Test plays a significant game changer, and the way we reimagine employment today, or the employability factors today, is completely different. Which and this through this TCS National Qualifier Test, it gauges skill-based capabilities of job seekers for their employability index and industry-ready relevance based on the four assessments: cognitive skills, attitudinal approach, which is basically the psychometric part, industry awareness, which evaluates their specific knowledge on a particular industry, and the subject-specific knowledge or the domain skills. That's how the NQT emanates the quality of the individuals.
Yeah. In other words, it's a holistic assessment, right? You're looking at the candidate, the prospective employee from various angles and giving equal importance to all of them, which I think is most essential today. As you just said, the changing world of work also needs that, we look at assessments differently. And now, what would be the, let's say, the benefits? For instance, in corporate sector, we always see that post recruitment, there are often I would say there are often some kind of issues that come up with the candidates. They don't find them up to the mark and things. So in such a case, if they need to go to tests like this, like what would be the benefits of NQT for typical corporate sector job roles?
I think one of the fundamental outcome, or I would say the most critical benefit of TCS NQT, is a paradigm shift towards focused hiring approach based on attitude,
Hmm.
as this assessment penetrates sustained values which are often not highlighted in any degree or diploma certificates. Uh, if I take an example of today, TCS NQT is being recognized by more than 700 corporates, and they make it as part of their hiring decisions. We have partnered with industries and corporates who recognize NQT score and give precedence to the students for inviting them to job interviews. Finally, corporates also get access to the complimentary job listing platform. It's a TCS Ion job listing platform for all the corporates who are looking for the right set of candidates. And for students, again, after making their digital profile on the job listing platform, they can apply for various jobs using the NQT score. So it is pertinent to mention here that on the one hand, it allows the candidate to have the employability scorecard, access to the world of jobs with the help of TCS Ion job listing platform as per their desired roles and capabilities. On the other, corporates do not have to run pillar to post in search of right candidates for the right opportunity at the right time.
Yeah, that's right. So, and now let's look at the other side, the students or the job seekers. When they, have to get a good NQT scores, it automatically means that they stand a chance of getting employed or get into a better kind of an employment. So, what would be the benefits, or what is the thing that they should consider, when they have to kind of take this test?
I think fundamentally, if you see, it also works, or it also shows a mirror to an individual that
Mhm.
where he or she stand today on their employability skills, which are imperative at the workplace. When I say employability skills, the collaboration, the team working, perseverance. So all this becomes a fundamental element of the employability skills. And you know, uh, for the students, it is also helpful for them to access jobs beyond IT. So if you today see perception of individuals that TCS is an IT organization, whereas with a job listing platform and the layers of corporates being added on a regular basis, students have an opportunity to access, the world of jobs which are available not only in IT but in other sectors, including manufacturing, automotive, hospitality, and among others.
Yeah, that's very interesting to know that you have a diversified kind of a job listing. And maybe, it would be good also to know more about this job listing portal that you're mentioning.
Absolutely. So I think the job listing platform is something very unique, first of its kind initiative of any large organization. So TCS Iron recognized the importance of jobs being aggregated by various corporates. So we set up this job listing platform wherein we have aggregated jobs from various corporates. All the registered candidates will have complimentary access to over 20,000 jobs being listed on the platform across IT and non-IT sectors in the country. As I mentioned earlier, 700 plus corporates recognize TCS NQT score at the time of taking their hiring decisions. The candidates can apply for these jobs using the NQT score, and corporates can also access suitable profile of candidates, shortlist pool of candidates, conduct video interviews to meet their hiring requirements. For corporates, it's absolutely complimentary to post their jobs at no additional cost and manage the entire selection process through this platform. You would be amazed to know that through TCS NQT and job listing platform, over 68,000 candidates have been placed in the last 1 year itself.
Okay.
So the complementary tool, the platform, it also acts as a bridge for both employers and candidates and offers gateway to dual democratization in hiring in this virtual world.
Mhm. So it is like opening a gateway to the world of work, right? For both. I mean,
Absolutely.
yeah.
Absolutely.
So it's also easing up the process for recruitment for the corporates, and for the students, it's literally opening up so many new jobs that perhaps, they might be interested in based on a score, which is very crucial for them to demonstrate their skills in various areas. So besides these points, Harsh, is there anything else you wish to mention about the test?
Absolutely. Madhuri, we've all understood in the today's modern workplace, while you need more than technical skills to be able to thrive in the growing competitive environment. It's not only important for the employers to evaluate who can perform their job well, but who also can fit into the corporate culture and interact with other employees. As I mentioned earlier, also known as life skills, people skills. These predominantly refer to the abilities required to interact amicably with others in a corporate setup. We
Mhm.
also realized this growing challenge and introduced TCS Career Edge Young Professional Program for freshers.
Okay.
This basically a free to access 15 days career preparedness course that has been designed with the intent to equip the youth of today with core employability skills to take on the future. Now, this course predominantly covers foundational skills such as communication, collaboration, resume writing, which is a very very important challenge area today in youth, and how to handle interviews, some of the basics of accounting and IT, among others.
Mhm.
As today's youth is embarking towards future of jobs, like we talk about, we are already in that future of jobs that we have been talking in the previous years, and we need to align oneself with the dynamic world of work. It is better that today's youth should realize this fundamental fact that security lies not in employment but in employability.
Yeah.
And with this, it also reminds me one of the famous axiom of Mahatma Gandhi ji, and I quote, live as if you were to die tomorrow, learn as if you were to live forever.
That's such a nice quote you used, and so appropriate to, reiterate the importance of continuous learning and being and remaining employable. and also being relevant to the industry requirements. Thank you so much, Harsh, for sharing this information and the entire story about NQT. And for our audience, in case you wish to learn more, we are going to share a link in the description box of this video. You can always contact us and learn more about the test itself.